Yeesh. Sorry, guys. Oh, I think we're live. Hey, guys. Sorry, I didn't realize how late it was. Sorry, we were just
We're not late. We're 2 minutes early.
no, but usually I like to let's let it flow throughout the internet. So sorry,
Mm.
guys. Sorry. Let's see if everything is live here. Oh, there's a sound. I heard that.
That was my phone saying something's live.
Oh, really? That's good. So we are live. That's what you're saying.
Apparently,
Apparently.
apparently YouTube's letting me know that we're live.
All right, guys. Tonight's show. Apps. Talking geocaching apps tonight. Anybody got a good one? Give us a call. 808-468-7924. 808 Cat's Way. I will throw the ticker right there. There you go. Dogs are going to be loud tonight. Apologies in advance. The doggos are fully awake and fighting currently.
Oh,
I hear them currently fighting. Roxy keeps messing with Jeeps. I can see Jessie got to move her head. See, she's messing with Jeeps, isn't she? Look at her. She's farting with Jeeps. Rox, leave her alone. Yep, she's just picking on her. Yeah, there you go, Jeeps. Go lay down. Rox.
Hey, leave her alone. Go lay down.
Sorry.
don't be a bully.
All right. Oh, it's 8:30. All right, Jess, you ready?
Yeah, I'll finish up my show notes while you do the intro.
Okay.
I'm a procrastinator.
Chad, you ready?
What can I say?
I'm ready.
Ew, good lord. How's my beard going today? All right, here we go. In 3, 2. Can you hear Roxy drinking? Sorry.
No. Do you hear my heater?
No.
Well, let's see. Turn it off.
I didn't hear a difference. I heard the knobs turn.
Good. Then I'm going to turn it back on because
Turn on low.
I'm cold tonight.
Get those toes nice and toasty.
Okay, here we go. In 3, 2, 1.
You wanna know how to find it. Seek it out when they hide it. You know it's in the bag when it's an easy grab. But come on, take a chance now. So go, geocache, geocache. If you need help, we're right there in a flash. If you got a question, just call in and ask. Uncover the stash on the Geocaching Podcast. The Geocaching Podcast.
Welcome, everyone. It's Wednesday. It's 8:30, which means it is once again time for the Geocaching Podcast. My name is Scott Burks. We have our co-host Shorty, and it's in the next room.
Hello.
Hi. And please welcome to my virtual left, my other co-host, Chaz427.
Howdy, y'all. Let's talk caching apps.
That's right, guys. Tonight's episode 761, recorded live on March 29th, 2023, is the main caching apps discussion. Phone lines are now open. So give us a call, 808-468-7924. That is 808-GOT-SWAG. And for you international callers, you can call us too, free, via the web at callinstudio.com/show/GCPC. But first, Chad,
Mm-hmm.
Patreon.
Got to pay those bills.
2 ways to help us out, guys. You can go to PayPal. You can make a one-time donation to us, paypal.me/the geocaching podcast. You make that one-time donation, go straight to the bills. Or, Chad, you join Patreon, Chad. Just like DSMS99 out of Eubank, Kentucky, Chad. Gold star. You know, we love our gold stars. Love our gold star patrons.
Yep.
That's right. Eubank, Kentucky, Chad. You ever been there?
I have not. That's like due south of Louisville, I think. It's like in the center, but southern part.
Is that a big city? I don't even know. Never heard of it.
Not really. I've heard of it. I've heard of it, but I don't think I've ever been
Jess,
there.
Eubank, Kentucky.
Don't know where it is.
Nothing.
Sorry.
You got nothing on that.
No. Should
Okay.
I?
Now I've got to pull it up.
Me too.
Huh, okay.
Hey now.
So
Late night
guys,
Matt Purves.
gonna go Matt Perfect. Extra audio, extra video, only available to our Patreon members. We got Patreon only shows. We got the end of the year patron free giveaway, swag giveaway. We got Patex coins and pins and stickers and all that good stuff, right? Pins, stickers, yeah. Pateg, pins, stickers, coins, all that good stuff. So guys, Patreon is the way to go. New videos coming out. I got 2 new videos over the past 2 weeks. I got 2 more in the hopper. We got 2 more we got to film. We got video now coming out of our butts now. So you want to help us out, you can. You go to patreon.com. That's Jesse. Jeeps is peeing? Really? Oh, you go to Patreon. I think she lied too. Patreon.com. That's Patreon.com. Good luck getting her back in. / the Geocaching Podcast.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
Tonight's show is brought to you by Cachly. Cachly is an advanced geocaching app for iOS that features powerful online and offline features, including filtered searches, offline maps, and offline saving of caches. Cachly has hundreds of advanced features that will make your geocaching experience just that much better. Get more info at Cachly.com. That's CACHLY.com.
Tonight we're also sponsored by Logwork. Logwork are the creators of the fantastic logbook made with genuine write in the rain paper. The logbook designed for the micro containers of the present and future, geared towards the hider who would rather go cache than do cache maintenance. Find them at logwork.com. That's LOGWERK.com.
It's also brought to you by FTF Geocacher Magazine. FTF Geocacher Magazine is the magazine for geocachers written by geocachers. With 6 issues a year, FTF offers practical advice, hints and tips, cacher bios and milestones, geocaching events, trail tales, and all things geo-related. Find them at ftfgeocacher.com.
And by the Max Suds Body Company. Max Suds Body Company makes handmade bath and body products from all natural oils and butters. Items such as Poison Bee Gone Soap, Itch Spray, and 2-cent choices of bug spray are all great for outdoor enthusiasts like geocachers. At Max Suds Body, we have you covered from head to toe. Find them at maxsudsbody.com. That's MACSUDSBODY.com.
And by Practical Geocaching. Practical Geocaching sells utility items for geocaching. Our items are made in the USA, and we always provide free shipping. Find them at practicalgeocaching.com. That's PRACTICAL geocaching.com.
And by Arted Crafted. Arted Crafted creates unique geocaching themed tees and custom designs for you or your geocaching group. With adult sizes ranging from small to 5XL, if you have an idea for a shirt design and you can't find it, you've come to the right place. Please give us the opportunity to show you how we can enhance your caching experience with your own custom design. Visit them at artedcrafted.com. That's ARTEDCRAFTED.com.
And by patex.com for all your swag and Pateg needs. Visit our website to get creative help, to trade or log tags, or to purchase your own personalized Pategs. With over 48,000 tags to collect, patex.com is everything you need to start your Pateg obsession. Visit them at patex.com. That's PATHTAGS.com.
And by Geocaching Adventures LLC. Geocaching Adventures is a full-service travel agency specializing in creating the ultimate worldwide geocaching adventure for cachers and non-cachers alike. What could be better than having your geocaching bucket list vacation all planned and led by a geocaching expert? Traveling expert, excuse me. They're also a geocaching expert. Learn more by visiting us at geocachingadventuresllc.com. That's geocachingadventuresllc.com.
And finally, by GeoGo, Go Caching with GeoGo, the geocaching app for Android that includes a Where I Go player, trackable scanner, companion watch app, and county finds database. If you're an advanced geocacher, GeoGo helps with powerful features like nearby cache notifications, optimized routes, offline mode, bulk TV logging, and much more. Learn more by visiting us at geogo.com. That's GEOOH-GO.com.
And as always, you can find links to our sponsors on our website or Chad.
Or in our show notes.
In our show notes. Jess, how'd it go?
She did not lie.
She made it?
She did have to go tinkle.
She go poopsie or peepsie?
No, she tinkled.
Oh, she tinkled. Good girl. Good girl, Rocks. Did you give her a cookie?
Of course.
Okay. Oh. Of course. Leave it to Roxy to have to tinkle in the middle of our show. So,
Of course.
we got some news here.
News.
Before we get to this show. First challenge has been announced. Oh, did you watch that video, Chad?
I didn't watch the video. I saw the I saw the challenge and saw the easy and the medium. It's like okay. I saw the hard. Like crap.
They did the spinning. They actually spun it. They did. They spun it.
Yeah.
We took the wheel for its first spin on the challenge, and it landed on Seeking Smileys. The challenge is all about seeing how many caches and Adventure Lab locations you could find in a month. From April 3rd to 30th, you have the chance to earn three new souvenirs for easy, medium, or hard levels of the challenge. Easy, find and log 5 caches. Medium, find and log 10 caches. Or hard, find and log 100 caches. 100's tough, and Jesse will get it. Jesse will get it.
Right.
I probably will not, because Jesse's going to Omega in April. I am not.
Oh yeah.
So I probably will not get out. I'm not going
Done.
to find 100 in a day or a month. I don't.
Done.
Yeah, that's gonna be a challenge for
Jesse
me as
probably
well.
has it. Yeah, I don't really care though, so I'm okay with that. Jesse will probably get it though, and so will Cody. I won't. So yeah, what'd you think of that, Chad?
Like I said, the first I was also easy. Is like, 5 caches, that's easy. Get that,
Yeah.
no brainer. Medium, yeah, 10 caches, definitely get that. Hard, 100 caches. It's like I gotta dedicate myself to go out and get 100 caches when I'm not going out to a mega event or something.
Yeah, especially if ALs count too, it makes it a little easier. I mean, that's
Mhm.
five right there. So
Right.
That's quite a jump though, from 10 to 100.
100, yeah,
That is a
I
jump.
agree.
I mean, 50 should be the medium.
Right. You could go 5, 10, 50, 100.
Jeez.
Have like a hard and an extra hard or something.
Right. Yeah. How about that?
Hey now.
So the challenge is going to change, and Chad, you got to watch the spin, because it doesn't even go a full rotation on spin. It literally goes like 10 clicks, like tick, 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 and that's it.
No, you got to get that thing.
No,
hard.
he went like bleh, like bleh. It was like nothing. It's pretty
No,
fun.
if you didn't go around at least a full rotation, it does not count.
I think he
Spin that
even
thing again.
he even comments on how bad he spun it. He really does. It's like, oh, okay. Yeah, okay. I guess that's good enough. Yeah, so I'm sure the next spin will be like a,
All right, hopefully.
Yeah. Hopefully. Then we got some email too. So we got email from Ellen L. Ellen. I can never say this name. Ellen N. Railroad. It just does not flow off my tongue. You left the best thing about the My Moon Earth cache in Key West. This we were talking about Earth caches. Is that last week? 2 weeks ago? I don't remember. There is also a 2001 cache, a virtual, at the southernmost point marker. I was there last week. There is one. You are correct. But I was talking about that's the furthest. That's why, at the southern. But he's saying there is also an Earth cache in Key West that's even further south on a pier. I've gotten that one as well. It's Rocking the Florida Keys, GC7ZDJP. I didn't try this one because I was traveling with non-cachers, and when I saw the description, this one required visiting 4 different points. Yeah, but the points were like literally on the way to it was pretty easy. It was all of it was real easy. And I knew I'd be pushing limits of patience to get this. One other bonus with Key West is that they have a webcam cache. Catch your breath here. GC936D. I got that as well. That's at a bar, actually. It's kind of nice. Nice picture of me and Cody, like standing behind a guitarist.
Nice.
I also have a tip for Key West visitors, not geocaching related. The Southern Keys is one of the 3 places in the States where you can see the Southern Cross, a constellation prominent in the skies south of the equator. It's not visible in the U.S. locations year-round, and I had to get up around 3 a.m. to see it on the day I visited. The only other locations in the 50 states are around Brownsville, Texas, and in Hawaii. It is also visible from Puerto Rico, U.S. Virgin Islands, Guantanamo Bay, Guam, etc. Interesting.
Yeah, I saw it in Hawaii on my honeymoon.
Oh, did you really?
It was one of the things I was specifically is like, we're far enough south. I want to see it. I also saw it when I was in Brazil.
Jess, you ever see it?
No.
No, I've never seen it. What does it look like? I'm assuming a cross.
More or less, yeah.
Was it worth it?
It's a constellation. I mean, they're cool, but it's a constellation. I guess for people in the southern hemisphere, seeing the Big Dipper, some of the constellations that are only visible in the northern hemisphere would be, pretty neat.
Cool. Pretty cool.
Well, actually, the Big Dipper might be visible in most of the southern hemisphere, but Once you get up to Polaris, the North Star, it's definitely not visible north of the equator.
Okay. All right. Jesse.
Yeah.
Geocaching apps.
Hmm.
So basically,
I use them.
it is 2023 now. I'd say 90. Give me. I'm not even gonna say that. I'm gonna ask you guys. Chad and Jesse, give me a percentage of cachers you think do not use a phone, still use a GPS, and rarely use a phone.
Exclusively GPS?
Yes.
Less than 1%.
Less than 1%.
You think it's that low? You say,
Yes.
Yeah.
So you say it's 99% of the people use their phone. Okay, give me a percentage of cachers you think. This is your opinion. Cachers who no longer use a GPS at all. Only cachers.
85,
Only cachers with
85%.
their phone. 85. Chad, I don't have an answer. I'm just
85 to 90.
Yeah, I'd say 80 to 90. Yeah.
you're saying probably 10% of the cachers still use a GPS.
Yeah, 10% are out there like me that still, while they don't use it all the time, they will. It's like when they're out there on the trails, they pull out their GPS unit.
Okay. Even with the now you can get an external battery and all that stuff. It was always a fear of a battery or
I can tell you with 100% certainty that we got a couple listeners that I cache with that pull out their GPSRs like myself.
Oh yeah, you still see them. I mean, I see them at megas and stuff like that. You can still see people using them. Yeah, of course.
Right, but I can also tell you for certain there's a bunch that in my caching group that I go out caching with that I've never seen have a GPSR in their hand ever.
Well, what percentage of new caches you think COVID caches and above think use a GPS?
Less than 1%.
Jess, you agree with that?
Yeah, I agree. I think it's the old schoolers, ones who've been around
Pre-phone.
8 to 10 plus years, who would still use a GPS.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I used the GPS for years.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I did too. Absolutely.
Yeah, for years. Yeah. There you go. I cache with a few folks that use GPSR strictly. There you go. See, still there. It's still around. It's still a thing, Chad. Still there.
Oh, I believe it.
But we're not talking GPSRs tonight. We're talking apps, specifically the apps you use while you're geocaching. That is what we're talking about. You guys have a good app you use, you think people would benefit from, you give us a call, 808-468-7924, 808-GOT-SWAG. Call us, tell us about it. We all want to know about it. We all want a good app. I'm all set to download apps. So let's start. Chad, I'm going to go you. So here we go. So me and Jesse have iPhones.
Mm-hmm.
Chad has got an Android. Chad's the Android version of this show. So Chad, you're obviously going to have all of Chad's apps are going to be Androids. All of Jesse and I apps are going to be available on your iPhone. Yeah. Oh, there you go. I use GPS in my kayak. There you go. Smart. Good boy.
Yep.
So Chad, why don't you start off? Give us a nice Android app. What you use there?
GeoGo.
Oh, GeoGo, sponsor the show. Good answer.
So it's definitely great. I like the fact that it has an integrated Where I Go app built into it. Or Where I Go player. It's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I like the county maps database. That's nice to see when you're out somewhere that you're not sure if you've done this county or not. You can see whether or not you've done the county and mark it as so when you find the cache in the county or caches in the county.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of good features in there.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and I remember back when we had the creator of GeoGo on, you would just start messing with it.
mm-hmm.
You enjoy it. It is an app you use regularly.
Yes.
Oh, look at that. You were converted, huh? It converted you. Didn't think it could be done. How about that? What is this? Tony Gwynn says GeoGo great for TB hinting. What is TB hinting? Or is it travel bug hunting?
I wonder if
travel bug hunting.
Be a typo.
Yeah, I think it's travel bug hunting.
Not hinting.
So it has a TB scanner capability in there, and I'm pretty sure that you can also see if travel bugs are in a cache. So
Mhm.
so good for travel bug hunting.
Really? Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Oh, it can tell you. I got you. I understand. Hunting, yes.
So you can you can use that as a filter. Show
Right.
only caches that have something in its inventory.
Sure. That's smart. Okay. All right. So GeoGo, well done, Chad. That's a good one. If anyone doesn't have GeoGo, Chad, you recommend it
Yes.
highly.
Highly.
Okay.
Highly.
Highly.
Recommended going the premium on it, which is
Which is a little extra money, right?
I think it's like $1 every 6 months.
Oh, God.
So
That's nothing.
That's not
exactly. Yeah.
for the premium, which you say is way better.
Right. Which, you basically you're getting the Where I Go app, you're getting the county database, you're getting offline map capabilities, a number of different extra features in there.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Jesse Brown, what about you? Give us one of yours. This is for a iPhone.
Right. Well, my go-to number one app for caching, and as we learned last week, just to look at a map, is Cachly.
Cashly, absolutely. Yeah. Jesse even uses that as her map.
I did that yesterday. I wanted to see what the restaurant was that was in the strip mall that I was getting ready to drive past. I knew there was a restaurant there, but I couldn't remember what it was. So I knew if I opened a map, it would show me, it would label the businesses, and so I opened Cachly. That
So
zoomed in, and yeah.
So Cachly has the app that Cachly uses, or the map, I should say, that Cachly uses has POIs in there from the internet. Is that
The one that I use most often is the Google Hybrid.
Google Hybrid? Okay.
So it's the satellite, the Google satellite hybrid.
Google
So
satellite. That's what I used
It's the satellite view, but it's also labeled.
Okay. So,
So
I don't necessarily know that I've paid any attention as to whether those labels are in there on the apps that I use or not. Because I always go to Google Maps when if I'm looking for business related kind of stuff.
Right.
Otherwise, quite often if I'm out of data service or out of the country, I will use offline maps on whatever app that I'm choosing to use at the time.
And Cachly has fantastic offline maps as well.
they are. Yeah.
And we can go on and on about Cachly, but yeah, it's again another sponsor of the show. Thank you.
Yep. It's definitely my go-to.
Your go-to. All right, I got two just because I have an email. So first, I'm going to go to the email first. I got GR and Juju sent us an email, guys. GR and Juju, listeners of the show. I use the GeoGo app. Chad, just like you. How about that? I started using it for the stable Where I Go player and stayed for everything else. Chad, you're agreeing on that? Stable Where?
Oh, yeah.
I have used CGO, but was worried Groundspeak might block them for not having an API. As far as I know, they've never blocked them, right? Have they ever?
So they have blocked. They blocked them on the internet for a short while before they brought them back. They had switched to Leaflet as their primary, and then I believe they only allowed premium members to access the Google Maps. But on the app side of things, I don't know that they ever blocked them.
No, but I do remember when I used Android years ago, and I don't know if it's still the same, that occasionally when something would change on geocaching, because they weren't using the API, it would break.
Yes, I do remember that. Yes.
Yeah, it would just break and nothing worked. And then somehow the developers would fix whatever the issue was, and then within a day or so it was back to normal.
Yeah, but I remember you're like, cache is broken.
Right.
Yeah, I remember you going through that. Yes.
Right.
All right, so I got JR and Juju breaking the not having an API. There is a learning curve to using GeoGo. Chad,
definitely
agreed.
Well, like most things, there's a learning curve, but once you get used to it, that's where your mind goes, and it's. Sure. But yeah, I would say every app that I've used geocaching wise, there has always been a learning curve.
Sure. Yes. Tyrone Shoelaces says COGO still breaks, but they fix it pretty quick. There you go. It's still the same thing. There is learning curve, Jogo. I highly recommend you join the user group on Facebook. Chad, are you in the user group?
No.
You do not have to just post, just follow and search the group. Chad, why aren't you in the Facebook group?
I don't Facebook much anymore. So
Okay. It's okay.
that's for grandpas. That's for them those what are you, boomers.
The boomer. Okay, boomer.
Just
okay,
kidding.
boomer. And then for my pick, we're getting these quick ones out early. I'm going the geocaching app, the actual official geocaching app. Do I use this app? First of all, I want to say when it came out, it was horrible. I said it. I'm not gonna apologize for it.
You mean the intro app?
The intro, horrible, absolutely horrible. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna tell you the truth. It was not good. The old app was fantastic. The $10 app I loved. But the intro app was terrible. It's come a long way. It's gotten a lot better. I prefer Cashly, but this one I use if I have to. Like a lot of times, it'll open it up. It'll get opened up, or if I have to email somebody or send somebody a message, I have to go in that app, and then I'll sometimes stay in that app. It's not as bad as it used to be, but it's a pretty good app. I would say I would go Cashly over it. And that's not just because they're a sponsor, because I think Cashly is an amazing app. But it works. If you don't want to pay, the geocaching app is free. Cashly you got to pay for. So but Cashly is just a one-time payment. That's it. It's not a month.
Yeah. I would qualify it as acceptable. About the only thing that I use it for though is the messaging.
Yeah, messaging. That's what I'm saying. Yes. And sometimes I'll stay in it. That's I'm in it. So it's. But yes.
Yeah. I think I've done that in the past when we've had when we're trying to find it's like the flowers or the gems and that kind of stuff, because there's extra information on there about what you found and that kind of stuff. But other than that, no.
Yeah. So yeah. I don't hate it as much as I used to hate it. It's acceptable now. It is acceptable now.
Yeah, it's a good start. It's a good starter app to get going and not have to pay anything.
Absolutely. But once you figure out, hey, I like this game, I'm going to keep doing it, I would move over to Cashly. In my opinion, that's what I would do. We've got Connecticut on the line, Jess. You know what that means. You know what that means.
I'm going to hear a siren.
There you go. You heard it. Hello. Dare I say,
hello, guys.
Dare I say, this is 20 phone calls. This is his 20th.
I was going to say, did he break the 20 mark?
He's at his 20. Yeah. Now you can have the sound. Now the sound is legit.
Okay, but who has the longest streak of weekly callers?
Weekly? Weekly's got to be you. Yeah. Well, Ian did it for a while. I was gonna say like callers.
Really?
I mean, what's his name? Scorpio. Once a month
Scorpio Red.
For a year. That was only once a month. For over a year, he called us once a month.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. What's up, buddy?
Okay. So for apps, you guys already talked. I'm an iPhone user, but I am probably at least 95% of a handheld GPS user.
Really? Yes, you are. Yeah, you're right. You are. I agree with that.
You guys have talked about the Cashly.
Yes.
You guys have talked about the Cashly and the geocaching app. And whatnot.
We got those quick.
You haven't mentioned the AdLab yet.
The AdLab app. Yes, the AdLab app. It's on my list.
Where I Go app.
Well, stop! Don't mention them all, dude.
Hey.
No, I can't.
If you've got one favorite, tell
Talk
us
about the
tell us
favorite.
your one favorite. But
pick off my list. This show will be over.
Okay, that's it. Good night, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Well, anyways,
it's been fun.
Maybe this question is more for Jesse.
Okay.
Recently, in the geocaching app, they include the county lines, but they don't list what the name of the county is.
Yes, that was my first. That was my first thing.
You've already found that county if they don't shade it in for you.
Right. They don't tell you the name of it. The map doesn't say the name, and it doesn't give you any indication if you've already found it. So, I think it's great that they're like trying to make improvements.
Are you talking about Nick? You talking about Cashly?
No, in the geocaching.
Oh, excuse me.
The
I'm sorry.
geocaching app.
Okay.
Geocaching. Yeah.
You can't like long press the screen and get information. Get that
Like GeoGo, is that what you're saying, Chad?
like GeoGo can.
No.
Oh, I don't think so. I've never tried that, but I don't think so.
Look at, they're both trying it right now. By the way, they're both trying it right now. You are literally stopping the show while you guys are trying that. Just so you know.
No, I just want to see. If
Oh,
they've
I
updated
knew it could
anything.
do it.
Dead
It's like
Hawk.
No.
as soon as I
With Dead
came
Hawk,
up,
so
it was
listen,
like
I have to talk.
I'm going to
I
show
have
this.
to talk over you guys not talking because. Thank you, Chad. For
I was
making
looking to see if they have updated anything, but no. I mean, I think it's great that they show the county lines, but it's only a little bit helpful.
Yeah, but hasn't Cashly has always shown the county lines, hasn't it?
Cashly's offline maps show the county lines and the name of the county.
Right. Yes.
But that's a premium offline.
Oh, well, $1 for 6 months. Oh no, it's
So, Jeff, how do you keep track when you're in a new area of what counties you found?
Project GC.
Oh, okay.
Like I can't track it
But then
necessarily like on the fly.
Oh, you can't check it. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering about, like checking it on the fly. If there's
Right.
a way to check it on the fly.
Yeah, I would love if anybody has any tips for an iPhone user. I mean, we all know GeoGo will shade your counties that you have fines in, but who has a tip for an iPhone user to figure out your
OSM
found
maps.
counties on the fly?
OSM maps, but I think that's for Android because it's Tyrone. He uses that Android.
Okay. Yeah. I wonder if Nick can work out something, because there's ways of that showing up in your information, what counties you've already found. So I'm wondering if there isn't some way that they can actually put it on the map to shade in the county.
Well, you know what? Nick has a thing on his app, a place on his app where you can email him ideas for futures. And trust me, one of mine got in the app like 6 months later. So it works. You can actually say like, I have this idea, and he'll be like, that's a great idea.
I'm
Let me put
pretty
it in.
sure everyone has asked him for that, and I know that he has a reason why it's not. He doesn't do it. It has to do with where the maps come from, I think.
Well, I think he's been asked that on the show before. We've had
Mhm.
I think people have brought that up to him. Maybe
Right.
you even brought it up to him.
Right.
Yes. Okay. All right. So let's talk about the Adventure Lab app, Skip, since you brought it up.
Yes.
How about that app?
I used it today.
Right out the box, it was a pretty good app. You know, it's gotten better too now. It's even gotten better. I mean, it's been improved. And that's also a Nick one, isn't it? Or was that them? Did Nick build that one?
No, I think that was GC.
That was GC. Well, I know, but Nick might have built it. I mean, Nick has built a couple of GC apps. I don't know if he has. I'm not gonna.
I know he did Waymarkly.
Right, and did the other one too.
Right.
Benchmarkly did that one too. Maybe he worked on it, but he didn't build it. I can't remember. A very good app, very solid. Right, very easy to use. We never had any issues with it, right, Jess? You have any issues with the Adventure Lab app?
No.
Pretty self-explanatory.
Pretty much.
Easy. Yeah. Chad, to you?
I had to reset it a couple of times today because when I go to check the answer, it wouldn't do anything. So after I reset it and go into it again, it happened to me a couple times today.
Really? That's interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe it was where you were. Could it have been your just bad signal?
It's possible, I guess. I was in the Berkshires of Massachusetts.
Okay. Tiva says CT has different counties now. GeoGo can't pick up the new boundaries yet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
They added one more county.
Did they really? That's so weird. GSM times 2 says the compass on the AL app is terrible. I haven't found it to be that bad. I don't use it like to, I just use it to get in the area. I don't think it's horrible. Jess, I've used the compass app. Have you ever used it in AL? Rather than the actual map?
I just realized that it's there. So no.
You never know that was that. I used it
Maybe
with
I
you.
didn't know.
I used it at
And
the airport, like with.
oh yeah, I guess that's true. I
Yeah,
was-
sometimes I've used it and the arrow points the other way, but the numbers are counting down in the way that I'm heading.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I find it to be pretty good. Not excellent, but it gets the job done. I mean, I don't you really use it for that, but but if I have to, but yes, I think it's a pretty good one. And Monkey Brain says, how cool would it be if they implemented AR into the app, where they could place virtual hints and chords on objects from multis, etc. They did that a couple years ago, Monkey Brains.
Well, it wasn't
Use
within the
Metaverse.
app, but
No,
they
no.
tried to do AR caches
did AR caches.
using what was the name of that app, Scott? You
Metaverse.
just did-
Metaverse.
Yeah,
Metaverse.
Metaverse.
Yes, Metaverse.
There is one adventure lab that I did a couple of years ago up on the New Hampshire, Massachusetts line that used AR and near field receiver. So you navigated to the adventure lab, and then you found a tag that you held up your app for near field receiver, and it would switch over to an AR. And it was based on the game of Clue, where you had to find who did it in what room.
Mm-hmm.
Colonel Mustard with a candlestick in the library.
Yeah.
All right, Skip. You be good, buddy.
All right.
Good to talk to you. Always a pleasure, buddy.
Talk to you next week.
Bye. So let's snake this, and I'll go one more time and snake it back around. I'm gonna Metaverse. I'm gonna go right there, straight right where we were. The Metaverse app you can still download it today. Again, it's Metaverse if you want to download it. There's still AR caches out there. They still exist, and you still need this app if you want to do them. So while they were okay, remember Jess, we did a couple in West Bend a number of years ago.
Yeah, they were finicky.
They were finicky. Yes.
Did some at Geo Woodstock. It was 2019, I want to say. 2018, 2019 in Fort Worth.
But it's worth it, guys, just to download the Metaverse app. It's a pink app. It's a pink icon, Metaverse, and just throw it in your folder. Throw it in your geocaching folder, so you got it if you need it. It's pretty simple to use, real easy. It's pretty intuitive. So that's my pick as well for geocaching apps, Metaverse. And then Jesse, to you.
Next on my list is TB Scan.
Oh yeah, sure. TB Scan.
TB Scan is a standalone app that is exclusively just to interact with trackables. So as just a basic user, you can scan the code on a TB. It'll pick it up, take you to the page, and you can discover it. And then, of course, just like every app anymore, there are pro paid features that you can subscribe to, such as additional logging options, retrieving, write note, grab, etc. You can set up a template with the pro feature, and you can actually pull up pictures in your photo library and discover the trackable code from a picture.
Yeah, I found that to be hit or miss on TB Scan.
If it recognizes that on the pictures.
Right.
Sure.
And some of them you're like, it's blatantly obvious. It's not like you got that, the reflection and that kind of stuff causing issues, but it's like, but yeah, I think that's more of the object recognition capabilities.
Sure.
No, TB Scan also at the time written by a teenager, built by a teenager at the time. I'm sure he's probably not a teenager anymore, but when it came out, he was, which was really, really cool. Like this kid's, good one. TB Scan. It's in my folder. Yeah. Chad, to you.
To me, I'm gonna go with Cache Tour.
Cache Tour. I know Jessie's got that on her list.
And we have a lot of overlap.
Exactly. It's the best way to plan, track, and stay on track while geocaching. Sound like a commercial there, but that's the reality of it. So if you're going on a long trip and you're making a plan and stuff, if you use Cash Tour and basically having it track as you go along and letting you know if you're behind schedule, ahead of schedule. Once you've finished one, tell it to navigate to the next one. It makes things a lot simpler rather than in the past. I've used like a list, and then I'm punching in the GC code into my Garmin Nuvi and to help me to the next one or stuff like that. This makes that a lot easier.
Mm-hmm. And Tyrone Shoelace also says, which I'm sure Jesse loves this feature, is remember to click on arrive and leave at each of the caches that tells you if you're behind.
Yeah, I forget to click arrive. But so usually when I get back in the car, I hit arrive, leave, and then navigate to the next.
And then you look at your stats and you have like a 3-second find rate.
Exactly.
Yeah, Jesse always Jesse does is a cache tour you do where they print out the papers, Jess? Jesse still loves to print out our itinerary, so to speak. What do you use for that?
You can print out an itinerary with Cache Tour as well.
You can print them out. Yeah, I go back and forth. I use a combination of Cache Tour and Furcot.
Furcot, yes, which could be an app if you download the folder. If you
make a shortcut, make a shortcut to your browser.
Yes.
Then that could be an app if you want to look at it that way. It does have a mobile browser version.
Think outside that box, Jess. There you go.
Yep.
Yes. But yeah, Jesse, I know Jesse goes back and forth with those between those two. Yes. Cache Tour. Yes. A very good one. Well done, Chad. Jesse, back to you.
Next on my list is Puzzle Sidekick. This is just exactly what it sounds like. It's tools and reference for puzzle solving. It has, you name it, substitutions, word patterns, color codes, ASCII tables, Morse code, Roman numerals, anything that you might need. And then it even has reference, like it has a list of all the planets. It has ring sizes. It has the Dewey Decimal System. It has the dartboard, like anything that you might need to solve a puzzle.
A field puzzle.
A field puzzle, or even...
Oh, I guess, yeah.
Any kind of puzzle, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Monkey Brain says he used Cache Tour to plan his trip to Geo Woodstock. A bit of a learning curve.
Yes.
Yeah, there's definitely a bit of a learning curve, but once you learn it, it makes you can use that very quickly to plan out your route, and it saves a lot of extra time and headache in the long run.
Mm-hmm. 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 Fair enough. Okay, back to me. I'm gonna go with Leah says the Whereago app for Apple sucks. It crashes on us all the time. We just skip Whereagos now. So I'm gonna say the Whereago app. It's in my folder. Jess, is it in your folder?
It's in my folder, but I'll be honest, can't remember the last time I
we do Whereago. We sometimes do Whereagos, but but
it's been a long time.
This app is way better.
Oh yeah,
way better than the old app. Maybe Leah, are you using the old app or using the newer one? Because the old app crashed all the time. This one is pretty stable. Now, again, it's not perfect, but it's way better. But we just don't. Sadly, Whereagos, it's just we just don't waste downloading it and all that unless we pre-do it, which we never. You don't pre-download it, so it's just a hassle that if we're usually out at a mega or something like that, we're usually going numbers, and so we usually try and wasting time trying to do all that stuff we don't usually do. So yeah, if we see one and we want to feel like doing it, we do it. But I have the app and I don't think it's bad.
Yeah, and I'm going to toss in the Where You Go app for Android users. It's nowhere near as good as the GeoGo integrated Whereago player, in my opinion, but it is something that's free out there and works. So,
yeah. Here, Jim RKY says he is a Whereago virgin. Never done it. I can't do it just for the icon. It's an icon.
It's an icon.
Not even a reverse Whereago. Those are
That's even easier.
That's even easier.
That's like you can go to a website.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Or I think GeoGo even has a built-in reverse where I go solver.
Yeah.
I've never used it because I've always pre-solved. Oh, well, I shouldn't say always. Since the solvers came out, I have been solving them online.
Yeah. James Everson says, I agree. The updated Where I Go app is decent. Yeah. I don't.
I think this one might have also been a Nick Hubbard production.
The Where I Go one?
I think so. It has the same interface as Cashly.
He might have worked on it. I bet you worked on it. Yeah. So Leah, download the newer one if you have it. I'm curious which one you're using because way better than the old. The old one was.
The old one.
The old one, literally, we used to play Where I Go Survivor, which is we had a group of 6 people. We'd all do it on there, and as we'd go, somebody would drop off, crash, and who would be the sole survivor with the final phone to win? But yeah, that one was bad. What is this, Ted?
So backtracking to Cache Tour. So GSM Times 2 says, Taz, if you have a user sort column in your database and then add a user sort name in the waypoint named box, it is easier to follow a planned route. So yeah, I mean, I do that and I provide that to other people that are caching with me sometimes, so to help them out. I prefer to do it strictly through the app, but yeah, that's definitely a good hint for people who are pen and paper.
The chairman was saying yes. Nick of Cashly did work on the Where I Go app. Yes, and Glenn Morton says reverse Where I Goes are now the LPC of Where I Goes. Yeah,
yes.
I think I did one reverse Where I Go the proper way. One.
We did it together. I think we have it on film. We actually
because it's really cool if you've never seen it before. It's a neat concept how it works.
Sure.
And then you go, this again.
And then we go, okay, well, there's got to be either way.
Yeah, mine was I want to say March of 2014. It was in Lubbock, Texas, and we were all over the friggin' place trying to find this thing. And then the next time I did it, I actually used GCC, the geocaching calculator. After basically, it's like, okay, let me get 2 points here. And then have it do a triangulation and it figured out here are the 2 possible locations. You start going towards one, and if it got shorter, then that's it. If it's not, then it's the other one. And you can do it pretty quickly if you know what you're doing.
Jess.
Yeah.
To you.
My turn again, huh?
Yeah, you're in the middle, so you're like you're.
So how about IGCT?
Sure, I got that one. Yes, that's in mine.
IGCT. That's another very helpful puzzle solver, waypoint calculator, decipherer, etc.
And free.
It's free and it's very simple. It's very basic. There's not a whole lot, but it does exactly what you need it to do, and it's a useful tool.
It's in my geocaching folder. Yes, it's called for the iPhone. Obviously, Jesse and I are iPhones. IGCT. It's a geocaching toolkit app. That's a good one.
Okay. So we're throwing these out. I'm going to throw out GC Wizard.
I have that one too.
Which is another one like GCC, GCT, and all these others. And I can't remember if I used GCC or GC Wizard. They both have the exact same thing to solve one in Arizona just the other last week.
Oh, you're kidding.
So yeah.
Okay.
Just used it, eh?
Yeah.
Just used it. Real nice. Okay, next up on my list, the QR reader app. Simple.
I used to have that installed, but now it's like basically if my phone sees a QR, it automatically reads it. So
yeah, I don't know. Maybe
does the QR reader that you have, Scott, also read barcodes? I used to have one years ago that would read any sort of, a QR or a barcode.
I think it reads barcodes too. I think we've used it for that.
I think so too.
Yeah, I used to use ones like it was called like Scan Pro or something like that. I don't know if I still have that.
This one is literally called QR Reader. That's literally what it's called. Yeah, it's in my toolkit, man. I have used it. Chad, you have one in yours?
Barcode scanner is the name of it. I don't have it linked into my geocaching apps anymore because like I said is nowadays I just double click the power button and the camera comes on and that's my that is my barcodes and QR code reader. It'll read either one natively.
Mm-hmm. Just you.
I'm gonna flip back over to. No, I'm not. Oh yeah. I have one more toolkit type app, and that is called GC Tools.
GC Tools. Yeah.
GC Tools. It is once again, it's reference, it's converters, it's decryptors, and it even has a flashlight button up on the top. So make it easy to flip on your flashlight. I don't know why we need a separate button in the app, but it's there.
Don't most phones now have a little
yes
flashlight little thingies so that you no longer need the app?
Right. But this is like one less swipe, I guess, to turn your flashlight on. The button's right there on the screen of the app.
That's
yeah.
I don't need it. I just need to pull down.
I think I have that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean this has everything. It's got like all of your reference.
Yeah, I have
periodic table, resistors,
I got
anything like that.
Now does it turn off the light if you close the app? Does it turn off the light?
Let's find out.
Because that's the one thing.
It does not. Oh, it does. Yeah,
it does.
Yeah.
That is the one thing that I would find handy.
Yes, to automatically turn off your app.
Because
turn off the light.
There's been so many times where I forget to turn off the light.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I tell Scott that all the time. Scott, your pocket's glowing.
Your lights on. Yeah, your lights on.
Your pocket's glowing.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, I have that as well. It's in my it's in my phone.
That one's got a lot of neat stuff on it too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't use it much.
And not only are these good for solving puzzles, but take a look and maybe create some puzzles using some of these. Might give you some good ideas.
There's some things in there that give you some pretty good ideas. I think there's one. What's the Doctor Who language? There is an encoder on one of them
for the Doctor Who language.
Yeah, with circles.
With the circles.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Where's he from? Come on. Oh my gosh.
I can't think of it now because
I'll think of it. Give me a second.
Yeah. He's from the chat room will beat us to it.
Gallifreyan.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's been off so long, I can't remember anymore.
I know.
I remember one of the early puzzles that I solved. I did that by hand.
Oh my gosh.
And it was like a paragraph worth of information. You're talking about a dozen very big Gallifreyan with a bunch of smaller and intricately smaller ones within there. That thing was a pain.
Wow.
Chad, to you.
Let's go with GDAC. It's a kind of a mini tool that's similar to GSAC for those old timers of us who are still like parsing GPX files. Convenient when you're trying to filter multiple areas to find caches that meet specific criteria, where you're really fine tuning the stuff. You can do a lot of the filtering on most geocaching apps as well, but if you're trying to pull a list together of stuff, I think using GDAC or something like GDAC is a little bit more refined capabilities.
Good one. Jesse Brown, to you.
Let's see. We said the Where I Go app. We said GC Wizard. Waymarkly is another one. It's not really a geocaching app, but it is in my geocaching folder.
Oh, sure. I got one.
And that it is exactly what it sounds like. It's a cache to search for and log waymarks.
Yes, it is, and and it's good.
And it's good, and it's a Nick Hubbard production.
It is a Nick Hubbard production.
Nice.
I'm gonna bell on that one. To me, I'm gonna go with altimeter.
Yeah.
Literally, that's all it's called. That's the name of it. That's all it does. You literally. So when sometimes Jesse's like, I need to know what we are right now. I will literally open that up, and it will immediately boom tell me. That's literally all it does. It just tells you what it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of nice. It's a nice app. It's simple. It's light. It gets the job done. I use it all the time.
I like to use it in the airplane.
Jesse likes to use it in the airplane. Yes. But it's an altimeter. Simple. Does what it's supposed to do. Love it. Great.
Mm-hmm.
Jesse, back to you.
Out
yet?
Yeah. So we've mentioned everything that I have in my caching folder on my phone.
Okay.
And then I also have a few that I have listed that are in my navigation folder on the phone. Of course, Waze. And this is the number 2 app that I use while we're caching. If we're not out going for a hike, that is my go-to navigation. And from whether you're using, I don't know about the Android, but I know on iPhone, whether you're using Cachly or the official geocaching app, if you want to get driving directions, you can link from the cache directly to Waze, and it'll navigate you right there.
Yes.
Yeah. So with GeoGo and CGO, when you go into navigate, tell it to navigate, you usually have multiple options. But if you're doing like to driving, it automatically uses Google Maps.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I think you could set it up to go to whatever your preferred app is, but by default it's Google Navigate.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Jed, to you, sir.
GPS status, and this is both on Android and on Apple, but it's called GPS status and toolbox on the Apple Store. So it provides coordinates, altitude, speed, the sats, their mapping, which GNSS system that they're from, compass calibration, and a bunch of other nice, neat tools in there. So I like it, especially if I'm going to some place where I'm not going to have access to data, like a foreign country or something like that, because you can also download the Almanac, which is the mapping of the satellite systems and where they're going to be. So it's got a projection out for like a couple of months. So you download that mapping, and then when you're at the location, it has that information and doesn't have to use a GPS, which is what most cell phones use to kind of grab that almanac real quickly and then get you going. Well, this will download and store that for you.
Nice. Jesse Brown.
Next up on my list. I know we're running short on time, so I'm going to double these up. I have 2 apps that I use a lot. I go back and forth depending on the area and what information I'm looking for, to look at trail maps. One of them is called All Trails. That one has over 400,000 trails around the world that are, you can search by location, by interest, by skill level, and plus a lot more. You can read people's reviews about the trails. You can save your own. And of course, there's subscriptions that you can get offline maps and lots more. And the other one that I use is called TrailLink. And it is very similar in how it works. You have trail descriptions, reviews, photos, and maps. It also shows the maps on this one are really nice because it shows you the trailheads, your restrooms, your shelters, parking, etc. And a subscription to that will allow you to download those offline trail maps. So those 2 are definitely worth looking into.
Nice. You took my final one. with
I
all
did.
tracks. Yeah.
Oh,
all
I'm
tracks.
so sorry.
No,
Would
it's
you like
okay.
to take one off my list?
It's like you keep
I
going.
have some.
Go to your your tracks. You got some. I'm gonna pull one off of Jesse's because
Mhm.
we've used it.
Go ahead.
Well, there's two actually.
Mhm.
I don't see it on your list. What's the one? What's the one, Jess? The exits.
Oh, I exit.
I
I don't have that
on
one
the
on
list.
the list because we've talked about it on the show
We
before.
use this all the time.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I exit is awesome.
Explain what it is, Jess, because
So
I'm usually
it-
driving, so you usually
Right.
use it.
It works only on the interstate. So any something road. And it will show you what's coming up. It knows what road you're on and what direction you're headed in. And it tells you the food, the gas, the hotels,
Yeah, it's amazing.
whatever you
Right.
might need at the exits in the order that they'll be coming up. It shows you the rest areas, and it also has gas prices. So it's called
Nice.
iExit. It's a fantastic app that we use all the time on road trips.
Yes. And what about this weather one? That's a
The-
really good one too. Because it's your turn now. Because you took mine.
Oh.
Just bringing it back to you.
Well, go ahead. You can take mine.
Oh, weather on the way is what it is. This is a nice app as well. Jesse uses this too. It is forecasting the forecast that follows your trip. Pick the route with the best weather up to 7 days into the future.
Mhm.
So you can see as you go what the weather will be where you're going. It's actually it's kind of nice. Called Weather on the Way. Jesse, to you.
Nice.
Okay, I'm going to go with one called Where Am I At? And that is literally what it is.
We have used this too.
You've used this quite a bit. You open this up and it tells you your current coordinates, an approximate address, if it can come up with a postal address near where you are, your altitude, and your current county.
OT. Sure.
See, I just long pressed the map in GeoGo.
You get all that.
I don't know if it gives me altitude.
It's one more thing that I use to just double check a county. If I
Yes.
I can look on the
That's what we
map
use
and
it for.
casually,
Let's
and then
double
if we're
check
near a border, I'm like, well, let me open
We
here
did
and
it.
see
Let me
what this
double
one says.
Let's double check.
It doesn't give me altitude. So it's got me there.
All right, Chad, to you.
I'm going to go with Geocache Placer. So it's great for hiding caches, especially series of caches, and making sure that you're not overlapping.
Nice. That's a good one. That's for Android.
That's for Android. They may have a.
For the Apple?
I don't know. They might have one.
I don't know. I've never heard of it for Apple. But I know Cache you could turn on the circles.
You turn on circles, but if you're trying to place them, you don't have a list. I don't believe it stores a list of what you're attempting to place and showing the circles of those.
Oh, no.
So, and that's the one thing that's good about Geocache Placer. You tell it,
if you drop a pin, Jess, it would show a circle. So
You
technically,
can in Cachely, yes, you can create either like you can save an offline location or an offline cache, and then it'll save it into a separate list. It doesn't show it up on the live map, obviously, because it's not live.
Okay.
But you can bring that up and it will show you the circle.
Yeah.
Right. I have done that with using waypoints in CGO in the past. It's a little bit more of a pain in comparison to Geocache Placer because you sit there and it will do the waypoint averaging and then you save it as a cache and then it's showing up on your map with your list of them and storing all that information. So yeah, pretty good tool.
Okay. Jess,
Mm-hmm.
anything else you want to add? Your bonuses are pretty good. I like those.
Yeah, I have one more on my list here. I have
Please go.
an app called GPS Tracks.
Yes.
And this is exactly what it sounds like. You can record a track, add waypoints. It has a built-in altimeter. Again, I don't know why we have so many apps with an altimeter. I mean, and a compass. It shows your distance traveled, your time, your pace. So it's just a way to track and record your outdoor activity.
Yes. You've used that too.
Mhm.
Okay, since it's my turn, and I'm out. I'm going to Jesse with bonus mentions.
Mhm.
I brought this one to Jesse a couple of weeks ago. We have not used it yet, but Turo. Chad, you ever hear of Turo?
Yes, I've heard of it.
Never heard of this.
I've never used it, but a lot of people like rent out their Teslas and
Yeah.
stuff on Turo.
I was talking to somebody I work with. She's like, yeah, I got to go to Alabama. We're just going to Turo the car. I'm like, what? It's like Turo. I'm like, what the heck is that? She's like, you don't know? I'm like, no. She's like, oh my God. And so she tells me you rent private vehicles like Verbo for cars. It's a Verbo for cars. And I'm like, my wife will flip for that. And sure enough, I told Jessie, and she's like, quickly, she gets her phone, tick, 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 and she's messing around with it, trying to figure out how we could rent out our cars. That's what she's trying to do. And then the second one, for Jessie's bonus, is Outdoorsy. Chad, you know what Outdoorsy is?
That's
Don't
the stuff
look, don't
that's
look.
kind of outside. No, I've never heard of Outdoorsy.
Jesse, would you please explain Outdoorsy?
Outdoorsy is just like Turo, but it's for your RVs. So you can rent someone's private RV. It's just like Verbo for RVs. So anything from like a pop-up travel trailer to a full-size motorhome. If someone has it and they want to rent it out, you can find it on Outdoorsy. And there are a few others like these that you can rent out those kinds of things, or you can rent like you have like Hip Camp, you can rent space on somebody's property for boondock camping or whatever. There's lots of those kinds of things that are good for your road trips.
Yeah. Cash Lance says Turo, love it. Used it in BC for Geo Woodstock and HQ 2020.
Nice.
There you go.
Nice.
There you go. Yeah. It is. People do use it. Yeah. Turo and Outdoorsy.
Yep. I mean, with as difficult as it is to find a rental car these days, there's your alternative.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Don't even. Blood pressure goes up when you mention a car.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, let's put it this way, Chad. I will leave it at this. We've had such bad luck with rental cars that we got. What did we get, Jesse? 5 free upgrades for for.
Yeah, I have a whole bunch of upgrades available.
That's how bad we are with rental cars. Like,
yeah,
we've had such bad cars that we've gotten like 5 free upgrades. Like with Enterprise, I think it was. Which company it was? Yeah, just ridiculous bad. So like Turo was like, Jesse was like, yeah, let's do that. It'll be there. Maybe a car will actually be there. So anything else, Chad? Anything else you have, sir?
I'm going to go with Gas Buddy.
Good old Gas Buddy.
Good old Gas Buddy. I've been using that since before geocaching. So great little app if you're wanting to know what the cheapest gas around is. I guess iX might supplant that for trips, but I like it. And then the Amp Plus plug-in sampler. I think this might be Android devices only, mostly Motorola and Samsung to read and write chirps. So I haven't seen the new chirp in a long time.
Not chirp,
no. But you'll still go to Mega. You'll still have someone there with a chirp that's putting out their trackable information and that kind of stuff.
So Leah in the chat room says, "Remember when Scott got that speeding ticket in the Big Red Monster? It was big. That's what it was called. That was a rental. Oh, that was a rental, all right.
Oh yeah, that was a rental.
Oh, that was a rental, and that's not the car we wanted.
That's not what I reserved.
That's not what we reserved.
I didn't reserve. Hey, let's go to Alabama and drive a monster truck.
1050. That literally was.
Or Georgia, wherever we were.
Literally had to climb into. Legitly had to climb into.
So does this come with a stepladder?
We needed one,
dude. This thing was so big. We curbed so many corners because we couldn't gauge.
We tried to take it through and
you're not used to it. Yeah.
Oh man,
Scott taking it around the U-turn drive-through.
A U-turn drive-through.
Oh my gosh, it was brilliant. It was amazing.
10-point turns, man. It was impossible.
Wow.
It was brilliant. Monkey Brains in the chat room says, let's not forget about a good weather app. Yes. Well, none of us have that on our.
There
On
are
our
no good
list.
weather apps. That's why.
They're only as good as the forecast.
You know what's a good one? The one that swears at you. I can't think of the name of it. I had it on my phone. I don't have it
1 second, I'll tell you.
You have it
is
on your
called
phone still?
AccuWeather.
Oh.
That the one you're talking about?
No, the one.
that's the-
No, the one that swears at you.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's effing cold today. Like
Uh-huh.
that one. I can't remember the name of it.
I
don't
had a
know.
cute puppy one that puppies told you the weather.
I've got
This looks
the weather app that I use. I don't know. I think it's just called Weather on Android. Is actually pretty good, and it's got you can have one of those.
I literally just use
docs.
that. I just use that one. Whatever's on in my like.
Yeah,
It's wrong anyway.
Close
but
enough. It's on like the page 1 of my thing. I see it when I open it up.
Yeah.
All right. It is 9:30. It's 9:40. It's time to go.
Oh yeah.
Chad, awesome. Jesse, awesome. Good list, guys. I hope you guys got some good apps you could download and enjoy and help in your aid in finding those caches.
Yeah, I downloaded a couple of those.
Good.
I think I've had All Trails on here before, but it was no longer there, so I downloaded it and then Trail Link and iExit.
Yeah, WT Forecast. That's what it is. Yes, that's a good one. WT Forecast. Chat. See if that's on Android.
WT Forecast. Never heard of it.
All right, guys. Next week.
I have one
sorry,
more.
Jesse. Whoa.
What is it called?
Go ahead. You don't know what it is. What?
What
now
the forecast?
What the forecast? Yes.
It's called Atlas Obscura.
Oh, what is that, Jesse?
I just thought of that.
Look at her. One more for the road.
So sorry,
Jesse
I gotta do
Brown.
one
more for the road.
Atlas Obscura.
Atlas Obscura.
Yes, it has interesting and unusual touristy kind of places that everyone should go to. And it has an app. Okay, now I'm done.
Look at that. Drops the mic. Nice. Do they have an app? They do have an app, right?
Yes.
Yes, they do.
Yes, they do.
There you go. Drops the mic. Next week, Chad.
Mm-hmm.
Next week's April.
Gotta get that coffee out.
That means baseball season starts. Officially starts. Shane's been practicing all week. Gets hitting tanks.
5 days till the first game.
He's hitting bombs, dude. Hitting bombs. So, April.
Got to push that fence out further.
Right. April. First week of April means it's cash or coffee time, Chad. Guys, next week, cash or coffee. I don't know what we're going to talk about. We got a whole week to figure it out, though. That's next week. Cash or coffee. Chad, always a pleasure. Jesse, always a pleasure.
Definitely.
Wrap this bad boy up. Here we go. Please join us again every Wednesday night at 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central as we stream live on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and on our website, geocachingpodcast.com. The archive video versions of our podcast are available on our website.
Scott.
Did I do it again?
Yes.
Apple Podcasts and rate, review, and subscribe. Really appreciate it, and it really helps the show when you do. If you prefer to watch the show, make sure you click that subscribe or get notified buttons to know exactly when we go live. And hey, if you haven't already, please consider becoming a patron of our show. With tiers starting as low as $5, you will get a ton of additional information, extra video, extra audio, only available to our patron members. Please head on over to patreon.com today and subscribe. That's patreon.com/thegeocachingpodcast. Thanks once again to our sponsors, Cashly, Logwork, FDF Geocacher Magazine, The Max Odds Body Company, Practical Geocaching, Art and Crafted, PatTags.com, Geocaching Adventures LLC, and GeoGo. Please visit our sponsors, and when you make a purchase, you tell them the GCPC sent you. That's all we got this week, so we'll see you next week talking geocaching, taking your phone calls. In the meantime, be good, be safe, hug your loved ones, and we'll talk to you guys next week. And we're clear. Oh, I forgot about the puppet. Sorry. I was looking at videos of Toby in Mexico. Jesse, I'm not even going to show them to you. But,
No, thank you. I'll sit here with my little heater on, blowing on my feet, trying to keep warm.
This is Toby. Toby's in Mexico, and as you can imagine, it's spring break in Mexico. He's in, let me rephrase that. Toby's in Mexico getting COVID right now. That's what he's doing. I'm sure. All right, guys, that's about it. Sorry, I'll bring Kermit out. Oh, I totally forgot about Kermit. Sorry, guys. He can make his appearance. Jesse, hold on before we go. Kermit has to make his appearance. Oh, there he is. Hi, guys. What's up, baby? What's up? Hey, so yeah. So, all right, guys. We'll talk to you guys next Wednesday. Right? We'll be here next Wednesday.
Yes.
Cash your coffee.
Cash your coffee.
Cash your coffee chat. All right, guys. Be well and be safe. We'll talk to you guys soon. We'll bring back Kermit next week. I'm sorry, guys. Be well.